Hi everybody, how's it going? It's about 8:15 in the morning here and the kids are at school, and I thought I would do something fun with the blog today. A really old friend of mine from New York who's a publicist sent me this flight of wines from Tenuta Monteti in upper Maremma, which I'll talk about in a sec. And she knows that I don't generally like super Tuscan style wines, but she asked me if I would taste these, and I thought doing a little video post would be a fun way to do it. I don't know that much about the wines. I only looked up the blends and the location. This winery is located in an inland strip of land in Maremma that runs parallel to the sea. We know mostly wines from Bulgari, and we know a lot of, you probably know some wines that are from south of Bulgari, where they also make some great expressions of Sangiovese and Ciliegiolo. But there's a growing number of wineries that have invested in the central part of Maremma, where they're growing mostly international grape varieties. I've been there, I went out there once to look at a couple of wineries, and they're mostly focused on international grape varieties. Like I said, not what usually interests me the most, but it is an interesting new trend in Tuscan wine, and I wanted to taste, as a favor to my friend, I was happy to taste the wines. The rosé, these are classic Bordeaux style blends. This is the Monteti, named in the classic Bordeaux style. The flagship wine, which is mostly Petit Verdot with a balance of other Bordeaux grapes, is named after the winery, Monteti. The Cabernet is their quote-unquote second wine. This is mostly Cabernet Sauvignon. Pretty typical kind of progression here. And then of course their rosé, which is made from mostly Merlot. The rosé is 2018, so it's their most recent vintage. The Cabernet is 2014, and the Petit Verdot, the flagship wine, is 2013. As you guys know, 2014 was a very challenging vintage in Tuscany. What I'm seeing, especially as more of the wines are being released, is that growers with a lot of vineyards were the ones able to make better wines. I'm curious to taste that wine to see the vintage expression. 2013, on the other hand, was a very classic vintage in Tuscany, really balanced. From what I've been tasting from 2013, you're getting that acidity that gives the wines the longevity that a lot of people are looking for. So let's taste the wine. It's the morning here. I did have breakfast. I did have a tea for breakfast. I did have a bagel. I haven't brushed my teeth. My palate's fresh, and usually when I want to taste wine seriously, I try to do it in the morning when my palate's really fresh and I haven't been snacking or eating throughout the day. And again, definitely have not brushed my teeth. It's a good thing there's not smell-o-vision on this video. So let's taste the wine. A couple of things. I have my spit cup right here. Always have a glass of water handy. Probably should have a cracker, but I'll be fine. So this is the Merlot, and I just took this glass out of our china cabinet, so I'm gonna rinse a little bit to get any residue out of there. Be fair to the wine, and let's see. I like the color of the wine. It's very light, very pale. That tells me, they're not going for that more trendy style. This looks like it was bled. I honestly don't know if it was, I'm assuming it was bled off the Merlot. I think there's some Cabernet, a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon in this too. It was bled off the Merlot they were going to use for one of their other wines. I like the color. It tells me they're not going so much for the trend. Nice fruit on the nose, very fresh, very clean. I just chilled it a little bit. I didn't want to chill it too much for tasting, for technical tasting. In the mouth, it's juicy. The fruit, there's more fruit on the nose than in the mouth, but very pleasant, very nice wine. This would be a great wine. Very fresh, very clean. A great wine for us, you know. I'd love to have this with a pesto or with some seafood. Really, really nice. I really enjoyed it. Tracy and I will drink this tonight with dinner. I'm sure we will. So let's go. We'll go to the mostly Cabernet blend, the Caburnio. I'm assuming that Caburnio is some type of play on words of Cabernet. And one thing I'm liking about this wine, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to put on my glasses here, getting older, 13.5% alcohol tells me, you know, a lot of times when people ask me, you know, how do you buy a wine that you don't know anything about, I say always look for the alcohol level. If it's restrained alcohol, you know, it's an indication of that might be in the style that at least I like. I was happy to read that on the back of this label. Let's see. So, very nice color, not totally opaque. You get that classic ruby red with, you know, the Italians call them reflections, those little hints of garnet in there. Looks, you know, I would say it looks like a Cabernet style wine. Nice fruit on the nose, very fresh. I'm not, I believe this sees some oak aging. I really don't know. But nice fruit on the nose. Very, you know, I'm not getting any wood. The alcohol is really nice and balanced in the wine. In the mouth, the wine, nice fruit, some good minerality. Again, I'm gonna venture to say that this was made in aged in stainless steel, because I'm not getting that, not getting any wood. The tannin is not too heavy, very light, and this is actually really nice. You know, this would be a nice wine to chill and drink with grilled meats, kind of, you know, outdoor, really nice. I also have no idea how much these wines cost. I would imagine this wine probably retails for under $30, probably around $25. Don't quote me on that, but really nice. Not by, you know, I'd rather be drinking Sangiovese from Tuscany, but this wine would be, it's very good, really fun. Again, I'm thinking summer grill, maybe with a little bit of chill. So let's go, we're going to go to the Monteti, which is their mostly Petit Verdot. And let's see. Beautiful color, a little bit, it's actually a little bit lighter in color. You're getting those nice reflections, very nice color. I imagine this wine sees some wood. And yeah, you definitely get that kind of, even in the nose, you can smell that softer fruit, and you get just a hint, not overbearing or overwhelming, but you do get you can smell a little bit of wood. Very elegant use of wood. Very nice fruit, very brilliant fruit here. I'm getting ripe red fruit, very juicy ripe red fruit. Definitely made in a modern style. Almost, you know, tending toward sweet. I see the alcohol here is 14%, but the alcohol is nice and balanced in the wine. You do get there's a little more wood in the mouth, and clearly this is a wine that's intended for some aging. I don't know what the price would be on this wine, but I'm imagining this would retail for around $45, and probably would be a pretty good deal in a restaurant for a guest who wants a super Tuscan style wine, who wants to drink international grape varieties, who enjoys a little wood. Very beautiful wine. Not my personal style. And in particular, this wine I think could really benefit from some bottle age. But man, this wine in about 5 years is probably, with the oak is a little more integrated, will be delicious. It's already drinking really, really well right now. I think what I'll do with this wine is I'll put a cork in it and just save it until Saturday night when Uncle Marty's coming over, and I know he'll enjoy drinking something a little bigger and bolder in the style. So there you go, Tenuta Monteti. Always, one thing about writing about wine and tasting wine is you want to try and taste every wine you can, and I was happy to taste these wines for my friend from New York. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope I see you soon. Thanks.